Box
Two
Box
is back with another video, and today we have a banger for you guys. Millie, what are we up to?
So we all know that football Twitter has some wild takes, but we wanted to see if Threads has some ball knowledge. So we put out 10 questions on Twitter and Threads, and we wanted to see what the results were. Boys, let's get into it.
At the end of every round, me, Pala, and Millie are each gonna give our opinions on what Threads said and what Twitter said, and we're gonna assign them points as they go on, depending who we agree with.
And in the process, we're gonna be checking some replies, see if anybody said anything interesting, maybe even funny.
All right, boys, I think we can get straight into it. Let's see who has the most ball knowledge. First question up. What's the second best league in the world? We gave the audience Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga, or Ligue 1.
Look, if we're being real here, in my opinion, there's only really two options. It's either La Liga or Serie A. There's
Obvious.
no other option. Bundesliga, Ligue 1, you guys have low-key fallen off a cliff in the recent years.
Don't disregard Bundesliga and La Liga, though. They had some good moments, but I do agree they're not at the standard of La Liga and Serie A in terms of competition.
One of our followers on Threads points out a good picture of Cristiano Ronaldo, Marcelo, 11 of the greats, probably on the screen right now. Varver, does that affect your opinion?
It's 10 years ago. I mean, La Liga fans need to give it up. They aren't the superpower that they once was. It's Real Madrid's league now, and then look, Barca fans, I don't mean to disappoint you, but in Champions League, what have you guys done really in the last few years? I mean, this year, Serie A had finalists in every single European competition, and
Lost all of them.
Yeah, but a whole semifinal was an Italian semifinal. Like, you don't get that very often.
I don't know, my pick is Serie A still.
Without comparing the competition level, I think just if you look at it in black and white, Serie A might compete with Prem entertainment-wise. I mean, every week you never know what's going to happen. League leaders are losing to bottom feeders. Like, it's very, very interesting. But I mean, obviously Prem is number one. It has the best player talent. So I'm putting Serie A number two. I think that's a clear number two.
Millie, what does Twitter say?
People have voted La Liga as the second best league. 51% of the votes, but Serie A second with 40%. Boys, what do you think?
Well, Millie, unless Threads is just popping in Italy for some reason, Serie A seems to have won on Threads.
So does that count as a point to Threads?
Well, we haven't voted yet, so...
Well, I mean, you said Serie A. He said Serie A. I'm going to go Serie A too. I think it's the second best league. Clean sweep. 1 point to Threads. One up.
point.
Threads takes the early lead. Serie A is the second best league in the world. Question number two, we proposed, if you had a final tomorrow, who would you want as your manager? Would it be Pep, Klopp, Ancelotti, or Mourinho?
I'm kind of the opinion if there's a final tomorrow, I don't know who I'd pick. I need to be swayed.
Before this year, Pep was known to choke Champions Leagues. Whether it's semis or finals, he's just a known finals choker. Regardless of how good of a manager I think he is, best of all time, I'm going to go with Ancelotti.
We're talking about Pep on this list, choking finals, but you have Mourinho that didn't lose a final until recently with Roma. So why wouldn't you pick him on this list?
There's something in the question that says tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Jose Mourinho in 2023, I'm done.
I might take Ole over him.
Ole over him, Varvar. Oh my goodness, I don't know what just came out of your mouth. That is blasphemous.
It seems we've given our opinions. Let's see what Threads says. I mean, going through the comments, I think Threads thinks Ancelotti is the man for the mission.
Millie, what does Twitter think?
Twitter has picked Pep as the best manager. 48% of the votes.
Where's Allegri on this list? At the top or in the middle?
Allegri, there's 20 managers under this list, and then there's Allegri under another 20 managers.
Okay, and then there's another 4 layers of concrete, and then there's Inzaghi.
I'd take Ralph Rangnick over Allegri.
So Thread says Ancelotti. Twitter says Pep. What are our votes?
I'm going to go with, since it's tomorrow, I'm going to go with Pep on this one. I'm going to go with Pep.
And I'm going to go with Ancelotti, which makes Millie, I'm sorry, your Jose Mourinho shout. Actually,
are we allowing him?
Are we allowing this? But then it's a 3-way tie.
Okay, I will pick between Pep and Ancelotti as the tiebreaker here. Give me Ancelotti in a final. That is my pick.
That's crazy. I can't believe Pep did not win this, by the way.
Listen, there's only been 2 questions so far. There's another 8 to go, so Twitter still has time to catch up.
Millie, hit us with that next question.
We asked the audience, what has been the best transfer of the summer so far? And we gave them 4 options. Mount to United for 60 million. Kovacic to City, 25 million. Madison to Spurs, 40 million. And McAllister to Liverpool for 40 million.
Say what you want to say. I already know what's coming.
It's Money Mace, the answer, and that's the only one. I don't even need to wait to give my opinion.
It's Money Mace. It's not Money Mace.
Getting Mason Mount for 60 when you look at deals like, look, this is not a bad deal either. McAllister for 40, Mason Mount for 60. Obviously, Mason Mount is a better deal than that.
But Mount 1 year on his contract, you're shelling out 60 million euros for him.
Millie, who's the better player?
Objectively, Mount.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
No.
Objectively.
Mount is the 3rd best player on this list.
Oh, oi, oi,
Mount
oi,
is the 3rd.
oi.
I'm taking McAllister over Mount, and I don't even rate McAllister that much.
And who are you taking also off over him?
Kovacic.
Yeah,
Obviously,
definitely.
Kovacic.
Mount is by far the best player on this
If
list.
Man City is signing a player in 2023 under Pep, you know it's because that guy's a baller. Unless it's Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, exactly.
Pep has some misses there, but I don't think Kovacic is a miss. I think he's going to ball out at City.
I agree. And under Chelsea, he was still a baller, injuries aside. So, I mean, if it was me picking and typing these messages, I'd say Kovacic.
It's not. Thank God it's not you.
Let's not forget James Madison, though. He ain't playing in the championship next year. He will be playing with Spurs. How do you think he'll do?
My brother, he should have stayed in relegation.
No, honestly, that's the second best transfer on this list. James Madison is a class player. He's not no scrub.
I'm kidding. He is a baller. Threads, I mean, a little bit spread out, but the majority of people, I don't know if they're just Liverpool fans, are saying McAllister.
You know what, Pala? Twitter is on the same wavelength. They picked McAllister as the best summer transfer so far. 54% of the votes.
That's crazy to me. Like, that's crazy.
All because of a World Cup.
One World Cup, and then everyone, he's good. He's nothing special.
We are still not sure what he's going to do at Liverpool, though. Different system with a midfield that's not really settled in yet.
Pala, what did you vote for?
Listen, my personal opinion, out of all these for the value, 25 mil for Kovacic is the best deal. But I'm going to say McAllister.
You know what, Pala? I kind of agree with you there. I find Kovacic is a steal at 25 million, but he just doesn't offer what McAllister can offer to Liverpool. McAllister's my pick.
I'm going to go for Money Mace, obviously.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. Money Mace.
Both get points. Threads and Twitter get a point.
Yeah.
They do? That's a
So
draw.
it's 3-1.
We are at the halfway mark. Question number 5. We asked, who is the most promising young player in the world right now? We gave Pedri, Bellingham, Saka, and Musiala. Boys, these are some top names. What do we think?
I know we were talking down McAllister because he only had such a good World Cup. But Musiala moves me. I don't watch that many games of
I
him.
agree, but this might be the closest one we've had to
I
pick
agree.
yet, in my opinion.
All 4 players have made their mark in world football this season, especially Musiala, but we have names like Pedri, Bellingham, Saka. These players are no joke, and they're going to be here for many years.
Bukayo Saka should not be on this list.
Because Bukayo Saka is too good to be compared to scrubs like Bellingham and Pedri.
A player with not even having one Champions League appearance cannot be anywhere near this list.
Pala's defending for his life. That's his boy right there. But Pala, what does Threads say?
Brother, I am defending with my aura. But I mean, Threads was kind of split between Musiala and Pedri. But I think Pedri came out on top.
Pause.
Varvar, the Pedri propaganda has made its way to Threads. What are you thinking right now?
I have to say, before I get into my opinion, which one are you guys taking? Bukayo Saka or Millie off the right wing? Which one are we taking? Left side cut-in shot?
Who?
Millie, I think you could put
Millie?
up...
Like,
Me?
Yeah, Millie.
like Millie sitting right there.
You're sitting right
Double
there.
cheeked up.
Bro, I don't know if you saw that IRL, my guy. That's not me.
You had those low socks
Yeah,
on
but-
looking like Jack Grealish?
No, brother, you couldn't pull those. Those were fully erect socks.
Listen, they don't do short socks like me, but I think I would take Saka over myself. But if you had to make a pick, boys, who are you picking?
I gotta put my hands up and say, Pedri's just different gravy, man. He's just different gravy. You
Keep
can't
those
go
hands
against.
up in the air, brother.
Get your hands up in the air. I'm gonna go. I have to go. Pedri's too good.
Someone said here, he said it pretty well. It's between Jude and Pedri, I guess. I would take Pedri. He have a vision. Technique. He is a warrior.
technique, not technique.
No, he got the technique.
That's crazy. In this list, we haven't even spoken about Bellingham yet.
But let's not forget, Bellingham has every tax ever done available. He has English tax. He has started as a 16-year-old or 17-year-old tax and Bundesliga tax.
Oh, my brother's just getting taxed here, taxed there. He's like a small nation.
It's a communist government here.
Before we get on with our picks, though, Twitter has voted. And it is Musiala just edging out at 31% of the votes. Bellingham, 30%. Pedri, 26%. And then Saka, 12% of the votes. Arsenal fans tried to make their mark. They cannot do it.
But Varvar, I think you're going to pick Pedri, right?
Pedri's my vote.
A couple of guys are saying some good stuff about him. Pedri is, with Barca without Pedri, is worse than a mid-table team.
I agree. They finished probably mid-table in Prem, even with Pedri. Maybe.
Pedri, he means so much to that Barca team.
Pedri's the GOAT. I mean, there's no better young player in the world, in my opinion.
Varvar, pump the brakes. I just heard GOAT with Pedri.
He's up there. And don't get me wrong, Gavi's up there too.
No.
Yes.
Gavi is the modern-day Gennaro Gattuso.
No, that's disrespectful.
Pala, who is your pick?
Gennaro Gattuso.
Great
No, I'm just
pick.
kidding. It's Musiala.
Musiala is a solid pick. I will be going with Musiala as well, which means Twitter wins. They are back on the board. It is 3-2.
This is fraudulent. It's very fraudulent.
On to question number 6. We asked, which player has the most drip in the world? We gave Leao, Vinicius, Neymar, and Pogba. Boys, who has the most drip?
Neymar and Pogba, that's for like a couple of years back. I don't know now if they're still on the drip scene. They're definitely there. But are they impacting the game as much as Leao and Vinicius? That's a real question.
I feel like these new young heads see these guys pulling up in these wide pants, chains. Did you see Rashford at that party recently?
Rashford, you're drippy, my man.
The guy's head was being supported by the chains on his neck. But Pogba has that eternal drip, and Neymar as well.
The issue is these guys need to perform on the pitch. And even if you're drip off the pitch like Pogba, but you're not performing, you're not influencing the game. That's why for me, you have players like Leao, Vinny, even Neymar. I'm putting Pogba at the bottom of that list.
I agree, Millie. Your drip has to match what you're doing on the field. Like some man were trying to tell me, Hector Bellerin. I'm not trying to see Hector Bellerin anywhere near a box-to-box episode.
Well, he just made an appearance.
I think Twitter is tending to agree with you here because they put Pogba last. And number 1 was Leao, 46% of the votes. But Neymar was second, 26%, and Vinny, 16%.
Neymar and Pogba just lost the streets, man. They had them. At one point, you ask me, I would probably say Pogba, but they had them.
When Pogba scored a 30-meter banger and then proceeded to like dab 16 times on your dome, like that's class.
That's world class.
That was peak drip. And you know what, Neymar, he still performs on the pitch. That's why he's second, because he still has that drip and he's able to play.
That's the questionable part of that sentence, Millie. Neymar still performing on a pitch in 2023?
He is, very much.
Give me a break, Millie. Go watch some Muller comps.
No.
Now, Muller's the last thing I'm watching when I'm talking about drip. But hey, Vinny, third, that's surprising to me.
This user here says, Vinny got that aura. And he do got that aura. And someone else says, I would say Leao. This, by the way, is a hipster. I would say Leao, but Koundé deserves a shout. Koundé.
Koundé? I just stumbled hearing Koundé. I couldn't take it anymore. I could not take the shouts I was hearing.
Koundé got me lightheaded, but you know what? My pick here is Pogba because he defined a generation of players that like celebrations, fashion. He brought that to the game. That's 2015, 2016 onward. That's him.
Have you ever seen a man pull off drip like this? I don't think so. My vote is going with Pogba.
And what did Thread say?
The Reds tends to agree with me, Pogba.
That's crazy.
Varvar, who's your pick though?
I gotta go with the new gen. The new gen's taken over. I'm going Rafael Leao, but Vinicius was a close second.
Varvar, I appreciate the layout shout, but Thread gets this point. It is 4-2 for Threads.
Leao is chilling with speed. Does it get more drip than that?
Yeah, it does.
No.
Speed got no drip.
Paul Pogba ain't played a game, bro.
What's drippier than rinsing your team of 10 million euros?
Rinsing your team of 100, like Neymar.
That's true.
All right, now we're getting into some serious topics here. We asked who is the best goalie in the world, and we gave Alisson, Courtois, Ederson, and Magnan. Fellas, what do you think?
Where is Onana? I just have to say, where is Onana? Where is Onana on this list?
I'm still looking for him. I'm still looking for him.
I want to go home.
When do you get a goalie that can play as a midfielder? You can't. Maybe Ederson, maybe. But I'll let it slide. There are some good goalies on this list. Probably better goalies than Onana, but Onana deserves a mention.
Courtois looks like the big name on this list, but I'm sorry. Magnan on this list? I know Firms is going to rip me for that, but come on, Onana definitely deserves that fourth spot.
I agree, Millie. I agree, definitely.
I don't know why Onana is being spoken about in this box-to-box video. I got Courtois. You think of the epitome of clutch goalkeeping, stealing performances, man of the match performances. Courtois is my guy.
Are you just reading what Threads is saying and you're getting swayed, or no?
Threads is very, very torn to the point where someone actually said, on the topic of Onana, neither of those. I'm going to take Onana.
He knows ball. He knows ball.
That guy, you know ball.
This has got to be one of your alt accounts.
no,
Gotta
it's
be.
not my alt account. I swear to God, he knows ball.
He's a Madridista.
He's a
You sure
Me and
that's
you-
not your burner, River?
me and you, buddy.
Twitter has made their pick, and they voted Courtois. 49% of the votes for the Belgian. That's crazy because Alisson is second, but is backed by 20%. That's insane to me.
Interesting enough, Threads doesn't know who they want to win, but kind of the resounding answer here is Alisson.
You see, that's my choice. I'm voting for Alisson. I think he's by far the best goalie in the world. I don't even think it's close, to be honest.
My vote is going with Courtois.
What's crazy is just the discrepancy that I see here. Courtois ran away with it on Twitter, but then on Threads, it's pretty much even all the way around. But for me, you have no choice but to pick Courtois. That is why he's my winner.
Look, I can respect the opinion if it was any other goalie other than Courtois and Onana. I wouldn't have respected it, but this I'll respect.
Twitter is making a remontada today, but Threads is still in the lead. It is 4-3, but here's question 8. We asked, who is the best striker in the world not named Erling Haaland? Is it Kane, Bale, Benzema, or Osimhen?
We are really at a lack of strikers right now, if this is the list.
What do you mean?
Osimhen, overrated, but I'll put him up there. Benzema, just coming off of for Benzema standards, an all right season. Lewandowski,
Lewandowski.
You can talk about Lewandowski.
Lewandowski's Lewandowski.
I
And
might actually have to say Kane here.
we'll let Millie. What did Twitter say?
Twitter has voted Kane 65%. He ran away with it.
65%. I was a big Kane advocate for a long time. I don't know if he's 65% of the vote good, but he's, for me, that's my vote. Paolo, what's Threads saying?
Threads is kind of keeping it consistent. Somebody said here, right now, Harry Kane. Tell me a complete striker who can provide 30-plus goals in Prem with Spurs. Man should leave anyway. I don't know where he got the 30-plus goals thing, but
He scored 30 goals this season in
Really?
the Prem. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
that just further builds my opinion that, I mean, this is Kane. But overall, man, everybody easily Kane. At the moment, Harry Kane.
Lewandowski had a great season at Barcelona, but Benzema and Osimhen, I don't think they're in that conversation. It has to be Kane. He is my pick.
Someone made a really intelligent shout here, okay? His PFP is Salah, and he says Darwin Nunez.
I wonder what the correlation is.
Liverpool fans are out of control.
Does he deserve a like or a block?
A block. Liverpool fans are out of control. It's insane.
You know what's crazy though? Osimhen actually did better than Benzema, only by a percentage, but that is saying something. Benzema did not have a good season.
Osimhen.
Wow. Oh my God. I can't believe he did better than Benzema. That's actually crazy.
Well, not really crazy. They won Serie A.
Shiver me timbers.
We voted the second best league was Serie A, and you're saying shiver me
Don't
timbers.
worry about
Fellas,
it. Harry Kane. I wasn't giving you a high five. That was sus.
I think that was
Harry
the first
Kane.
time they all agreed on something.
That's the first
Harry
time me
Kane.
and Varv ever touched each other. Not gonna be the last.
Brothers, please.
We will never stop this, Millie.
Boys, we are at the. Hold on. Damn! God, goodness gracious.
My
And the
bad.
Lord said, let the spirit out for today. Get that demon out of you. Get that demon out of you.
Oh my God.
Boys, we are at the final question. Which box-to-box member has the best ball knowledge?
We already know the answer to this one.
It is Millie. I'm just kidding. But I do agree with this guy that said, I can't pick because I love them all.
I despise all these people. It's obviously me.
This guy commented on every single opinion.
That's our guy right
That's
there.
a goat.
That's our
Round
guy.
of applause for the GOAT. What's his username?
Bombing_Tartu.
That's the GOAT right there.
That's our guy right there.
Oh, he's a Chelsea fan. You already said it.
Oh boy.
You already said it.
Varvar, you already said it. Can't take it back. Varvar, Twitter has spoken. You apparently have the best ball knowledge. 49% voted for you.
I've won too many footy tic-tac-toes for this to even be a debate, to be honest.
If we're talking about strict ball knowledge, recollection of ball information, I'll give that to Varvar.
My takes are also 10 out of 10. I don't know what you guys are saying.
Nah,
Takes?
that's where you got it wrong. That's where you got it wrong.
No.
Varvar got no takes.
Are you being for real right now?
You just
Negative
said
takes.
Money Mace is the best transfer of the summer. I didn't forget that.
He is. And also, people think that the El Clasico is better than the Manchester Derby. I got news for you.
I think 1.4 million people would disagree with you.
1.7.
Wow.
1.8 maybe by the time this video comes out.
Maybe 2 mil.
Maybe. Watch that video.
For this question, it is strictly subjective, so we will not count it towards any points. But Threads wins.
I can't say I like the result, but it's the result in the end.
Look, I'm an avid Twitter user, and we just opened our thread. So if you guys want to see more content like Threads and Twitter, let us know. Maybe we'll start doing it like seriously.
And Mark Zuckerberg, I mean, this is free promo for you. So, I mean, send us a t-shirt or something.
And me and Millie Coliseum undercard before you and Elon Musk book it.
Brother wants to fight me. Goodness gracious.
Well,
This is
Millie-
the first time I hear this.
Millie, I'm 6'4".
Did you guys, if you're 6'4", I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Did you guys see the IRL video?
It's because I had to get a height reduction for the video because
He embarrassed me. He embarrassed me how tall he was.
Exactly. I needed it for the quads that day.
Anyways, the debate of Varvar's height continues, but we just want to say thank you all that commented and voted in our Twitter and our Threads. We couldn't have done this video without you.
We love you guys.
We do love you guys. Indeed, we do.
Thank you for watching.
And make sure you guys comment, subscribe, like, all the shebang. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you next time.